Svalbard was my first place to leave my country and to come up here.
Oh, really?
And that was my first place to go abroad, actually.
From where you?
Yeah, from Bosnia. So that was my first flight up here and first place to live abroad. And I'm still here.
So that means you left Bosnia, came here, and since then you've been here.
Yeah. So when I turned 19, I was just thinking of what should I do during the summer and so on. And actually, my uncles, they were, as I said previously, they were living up here almost 20 years. So I knew about Svalbard in a way of like, what is the place and so on. And it's always something that triggered me to come up here. And then, yes, I was just 19 years old girl, and I was choosing to come up here on my own. And my uncle was waiting for me, and he helped me to come up here. That was my first flight and first country abroad.
So tell us, if you can.
Yes.
First flight. Can you remember how that felt?
Felt very exciting because I'm kind of afraid of flying and of heights.
Yeah.
And then it felt like I'm going so much high up on the planet, and also so much high up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was just not prepared for actually what the flight is, because I just knew about flying, about the planes. And then, I actually had 2 changes, because you had to go through Tromsø and through Oslo to Tromsø and then Svalbard.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I overcome that kind of fear of flying and of heights with my first flight on Svalbard.
Oh, okay. So was it on the first leg already between Bosnia and Oslo? You knew you would be fine.
Yeah, okay. I was.
And in that moment where you still knew that you are basically afraid of heights and flying, what made you still board that airplane? You could easily have said, no, too scared.
Dream to come up to Svalbard. Yeah, because that was the place I was always kind of related to. My uncles who were living here, they were very, very important part of my life. Mm-hmm. And they were always coming with nice stories about Svalbard, about that place. And it was just so amazing to hear from them about Aurora, about the snowmobiling, about the place itself, how people are connected. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking, such a small place, but I just want to go there. And I just want to experience on my own. And I came up, and then I stayed for the season on Svalbard, and then I returned. And then I figured out after COVID times, because we actually couldn't fly to Svalbard at that time.
Yeah.
But during that time, I figured out Svalbard is my place, that actually I want to live there, and developed everything.
And you came back.
Yes. Here I am.
Here you are. And your uncles are also still here?
One of my uncles. So I had 3 uncles living up here. 2 of them, they moved out. Those were 2 coal miners. Mm-hmm. And they moved down to Norway. They're now in Trondheim. Uh-huh. And one of my uncles, he still lives here. And he works and living here.
And they speak Norwegian, or what is that?
They do speak Norwegian. Yeah.
Do you?
A little bit. With them, I actually managed to learn like how to present myself. Let's say how do I count in Norwegian. But then with work, I could understand 80% of Norwegian, but I can't really reply directly. So not yet there, but soon.
Okay, but that means when you came here, there were family. You had some family here, and apart from that, how easy was it for you to find connections here or make connections and find friends? I know you have friends. You told me when we met on my first day here, you said like, this is just a place for me and I have so many friends and I can do all this fun stuff. So Yeah. How did that come along?
Well, with connections, I would say pretty easy, because I would say the previous, like the impression you leave as well from before, as my uncles left impression here. It was so nice, and people were, every time if I would say my surname, because we share same surname, they will be remembering them and saying,
Oh, really?
"Oh, but I know Milan, I know Savo," and then that's how they connect with me, and then we kind of just involve in the conversation, and yeah, it was very important part. It was
to have someone that was kind of setting the path, and then in the meantime, your friends, you know, as I know, there's motion here, right? People come and then maybe they leave again. So how stable has that environment been for you?
That was the part where I felt a bit difficult about Svalbard. As soon as you kind of make a connection with people, and whoever lives here, I feel they have so nice energy and so nice life stories, and we connect so easily in a way. And then every time when they leave, it feels like it feels actually like someone is not abandoning you, but abandoning the place as well. And then you feel, oh, there is no more energy from them to share, because you always have, you know, different stories, different activities with those kind of people. Everyone has their own kind of magic and part. So yeah, that was kind of not weird, but hard for me to accept. Yeah, people are always leaving and going and coming. Coming people are nice.
So you like that more, the welcome than the goodbye. Yes, I think it's for many people. I also like. I think it's easier to arrive somewhere than
to meet people. Is such a pleasure. I'm so much to meeting people.